right, we here. We here. Back in the building once again for another live stream. Okay, Savage WMMA fan. What's going on? Already in the house. Got a few people in the house already. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, man, because like I said, you hit that thumbs up. That's gonna help the notifications go out more. They be hiding the notifications on me, man. Had some good fights on a Wednesday. Got some good fights. Ernest Richardson, what's going on, man? Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, man, it was kind of nice to have a Wednesday morning card for a change, you know. I mean, if you home, see, I was home, so yeah, I got to see some fights on a Wednesday morning, so it was cool. But I think it was just a nice little change because it gave me something to watch. Got me hype in the daytime for a change. So not a daytime person, so yeah, we can get started here in a few minutes. I'm gonna talk about these fights today. We're gonna talk about the main, of course, the main flyweight fight. But first, we got to talk about this Victoria Leonardo versus Manon Fiorot fight. Man, that was a solid performance by Manon. This is what I'm talking about, man. It's gonna be something I talk about in my next podcast episode. You know, well-rounded fighters on the come up, bro. It's getting serious. And of course, we're going to talk about Roxanne Modafferi versus Viviane Araujo. Yeah, I was going to record some post-fight videos for him. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I've just been kind of busy again. Savage said I just wanted to drop that new segment today, but time got away. Yeah. Yeah, time getting away, man. Time was going by fast. So, yeah, I'll probably drop just like the short post fight analysis for everybody who misses a live stream tomorrow. But yeah, man, overall, there was some good fights. I mean, I think both cards are pretty good. You know, both of the cards are pretty good. Even, you know, some of the men's fights on this prelims card. It was like like 8 or 9 fights? I think it was like 8 fights. Uh, Khabib's brother was on the card. You know, he was on the prelims card. He looked good, man. He was the second fight. He was the second fight on the prelims. He looked good in there, man. But yeah, we're gonna talk about this flyweight division, and we're gonna just talk about these fighters that's coming up with, you know, well-rounded game, man. Like you can't be one-dimensional right now in the flyweight division. Like I think the flyweight division is really in for a shakeup. You know, everybody's been saying that, you know, we don't have a lot of solid fighters in there, but we got a lot of fighters on the come up here, you know. Got a lot of flyweights on the come up that have more than one skill set. And then when these fighters really come in there, you're going to see some fighters get weeded out. You're going to start seeing the old get weeded out. You know, it's going to start becoming that, you know, only the strong survive thing. It's going to be a situation like that where the fighters that evolve are going to be the ones that make it in this jungle, man. Yeah, man, she definitely did look like a beast, man. I'm telling you, yeah. She definitely was a beast in there. So yeah, let's get started with the 5 minute point here. Marcus said, oh, not Marcus. What's going on, Marcus? Ernest said, trying to avoid crushing on Fiorot, her being in WMMA and trying to hurt girls in the weakest division. Her serious fitness dedication and the whole French thing is not to crush. I don't. I don't think it's the weakest division. I think that's the. I think it's. I think the bantamweight is pretty weak right now, in my opinion. I think the bantamweight division is a little bit weaker. I like what I'm seeing from the flyweight division right here. But yeah, we got some people in here, so we can get started, man. Yeah, 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. this morning. I got home, took a power nap, got me some coffee, and by the time I got up, ran a few errands just early in the morning. I got up, man. It was on. Got home at 9 a.m. and turned these fights on. First fight on the card. Victoria Leonardo versus Modafferi. Shout out to Modafferi, man. She really went in there and showcased some skill. Like I told you on my live stream on Friday, I was confident in my pick. I was pretty close to 100%. I was like 93%. You can't never be 100%. I was probably like 93 to 95% sure that Manon was going to win this, because I went back and watched all her fights one night, and I've seen just about all of Victoria Leonardo's, and I was just like, man, this is kind of a tailor-made fight for Manon. Modafferi is a fighter that goes in there and mixes it up. She can fight on the outside, she can bang on the inside, she can work on the ground, she can work in the clinch. Wherever she wants is her game. Shout out to Victoria Leonardo, though. Victoria Leonardo is a tough, scrappy fighter. She's strong. But the reason I didn't pick her, man, because was the fact that I just felt like she didn't have the skill set. She got a lot of holes in her defense. And that's easy pickings for a fighter like Manon, from what I've seen. I was like, Manon got this beautiful check right hook and this beautiful left hand and these Holly Holm-esque head kicks that, when these head kicks land, it's going to be a repeat of Erin Blanchfield versus Victoria Leonardo. So my prediction was third round stoppage or third round decision if Leonardo was able to hang. But man, like she cut it down, but she went in there and took advantage of everything. She took advantage of every opening from the jump. The first round, she established the pace. Definitely would look like the bigger fighter in there. Victoria Leonardo is a big fighter. She looked like a bantamweight, but Manon, she was 2 inches taller, had wider shoulders, and just good control, like good strength too. Like she's fighting from the outside, established those good side kicks to the body, knocking Victoria Leonardo back. But whenever she started stepping to the side at angles, Victoria Leonardo was having that trouble. She started getting caught. Got caught with a few body kicks, then she got caught with a head kick, and Manon started mixing in them left hands, kind of like Holly Holm. She went to, except she kind of commits more. I feel like she commits more with her punches than Holly Holm. That's what makes her a little bit looking more like a force to me. She's got a ground game too, unlike Holly, I think. Real quick, let me look at the chat. Cedric, what's going on? Lolita, what's going on? No, please, what's going on? Lolita said, how much did Manon weigh going into the fight? Thanks for the video, great fight. I think she weighed like 136. She weighed in at the limit. Manon made the limit. Yeah, no, please. Yeah, Roxy got destroyed. Gary Balder, what's going on? Manon was ragdolling in the clinch. Yeah, she was, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, her skill set is just everywhere. Like, she can do it all, man. Like, that first round when she banged out them left hands, it had Victoria Leonardo, like, fighting at a range. Like, she didn't know how to get in there after that. She was kind of overthinking, and she didn't know how to make that adjustment. So, Manon was just able to stay comfortable from the outside, picking her apart, landing a few head kicks, body kicks, mixing it up. And then a couple of times when she went in for the clinch, it was just kind of like for extra points, to have a little bit of fun in there, and taking the fight to the ground. Like, I just saw like Victoria Leonardo out of her, what's the word? Like, I just feel like she was just out of her element almost. Like she didn't really have the answers for this type of fighter, and that's why I was kind of basing it off of, because in her last performances, like when Victoria Leonardo fought Miranda Maverick, she kind of got beat the same way. You know, she got beat by a much better all-around fighter 2 times. You know, Miranda Maverick submitted her before, and then beat her by a decision again. And then Erin Blanchfield, she kind of had the same success, you know, just switching levels on her. You know, Mana was just in there switching levels. She was landing to the head, to the body, rocked her a couple of times. I thought she almost she was going to score a first round knockout when she hit her with that right hand. But, you know, Victoria tough. I got to give her that, man. She's tough. You know, she'll stay in a fight. You know, so she's always dangerous. But if she ain't got the skills and you stay on your game, then you pretty much have nothing to worry about. So, you know, that first round was pretty dominant. And yeah, Lolita, I think the hair was like a hindrance too, man. Like when part of her braid came out, whenever her braid came out in like the first round, I was like, uh-oh, it's about to be over, because people don't understand, like, hairstyles, even in boxing, hairstyles can, like, they can mess up your performance, because hair is flooding your eyes, hair is touching your neck, it's on your shoulders. You worried about the next time you got to push the hair back. So, you know, Victoria Leonardo's in there battling one side of her hair. So in between rounds, you know, they just go ahead and take the braid out. I think they take the other one out too. So now she's got double trouble. Like now you got the hair on both sides. You got to keep pushing back. By the time you push that hair back, a left hand is coming at your face, you know. So yeah, I think her braids needed to be a little bit tighter in there. You got to go for them straight backs. You got to go for them cornrows when you get in there, man. Ernest Richardson said people started comparing her to Wonder Boy and started calling her Wonder Girl because she mixed it up so nicely. Yeah, still a little early to call her that, but she's definitely on the right path, bro. Manon was ragdolling in the clinch, man. Yeah, like I thought Victoria Leonardo was strong in the clinch, but for real, like this girl was having fun in there. And like when I looked at some of her past fights, like when she would just be on the back foot and then all of a sudden she would go into a clinch, it was like, yo, I can do it. I can do whatever. Like some fighters, if they want to fight on the outside, they stay on the outside all night. But you know, Manon was the type of fighter that could switch it up. When she want to fight in the clinch, she can, because she's that confident, you know. But man, that second round, more of the same. Victoria Leonardo just waiting, chasing Manon down and having no success. I think she landed like a couple good shots here and there, but there was nothing really do damage. And I just think that Manon Fiorot was just too good for her. And then finally, towards the end of the round, I think it was almost like the end of the round, she caught her with that Holly Holm kick to the head. She went into the fence, threw that barrage, and the ref had to stop it. And yeah, man, that's what happens. Like I said, whenever a fighter they take this sport seriously. They don't come in there with just one skill set and think they can dominate MMA with the ability to submit fighters. You know, they have to go in there with the ability to do a little bit of everything. And I feel like Manon Fiorot was definitely on the way to being that fighter that could beat a lot of these fighters in the top 10, you know. I mean, the champion, of course, that's a different story, you know, but like I think that Manon Fiorot definitely has the hunger and the work ethic to get better and better and start to weed out some of these older fighters in there. You know, eventually if she gets another fight, you know, I see her beating like a Roxanne one day. You know, I see her out muscling a Lauren Murphy one day. You know, I know you might say it's too early to tell. That's why I say, like, if she get 2 more fights under her belt that look this good, then yeah, eventually you'll see somebody like Manon Fiorot in there retiring fighters like Roxy and Lauren Murphy. You know, whenever it's their time, she's going to get them out of there, I think. But yeah, Lolita, yeah, the hair, man, I was just thinking of the hair. The hair, your hair has to be in a style where it won't get in your face, man. Yeah, Gary. Roxanne, her movement is very stiff. You know, it's been like that for a while now. But moving forward from here for Modafferi, who do y'all want to see her face next? Who do y'all want to see Modafferi face next, man? Like, I think this girl just got a little bit of everything, man. Like, I don't think some of these unranked fighters can hang. One more unranked fighter, or should she go ahead and get a top 15 fighter next? Let's see. Taylor Santos. That's a good matchup right there, man. You know, between Taylor and Manon and Miranda Maverick, these are these fighters that, you know, they got tool belts. You know, they come in with everything for their job. Like, I don't think a lot of people understand what I'm talking about, man. Like, these fighters here, they're about to eventually weed out the number 12s and 13s and 14s that are one-dimensional. And then they're going to retire the fighters that are just getting older. You know, the more and more Dana White signs fighters like these that have skill sets that are, what's the word? Well, they have a variety of disciplines. Fighters that he has like fighters that he signs with a variety of disciplines, they're going to take over this top 10 by the end of 2021 or 2022. Jason Rose, what's going on? Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, Gary. Well, if De La Rosa gets past Mayra Bueno Silva, you know, Mayra Bueno Silva and Montana, when they fight, I think she could fight the winner. She could fight the winner of that fight. Jason, yeah, Taylor Santos and Manon are going to be a problem for the flyweight division. They are. They will be. Yeah, Robert. Yeah, something like dynamic. Yeah, I was trying to think of the word for, you know, fighters that have, yeah, that, you know, that well-roundedness about them. You know, Dana is going for those type of fighters that can score knockouts and those fighters that can submit. Marcus Bell, before Roxanne started fighting, she looked like she was trying to adjust her eyesight. Yeah, she always does that, Marcus. She's always doing that. She's always kind of blinking. Like, sometimes I used to think she got hit so hard it was rocked, but that's just her trying to adjust her eyesight, you know, since she wears glasses. So, but yeah, for Manon, let's see. Gary said Leonardo Jojo. Yeah, that's a good fight. That's another good one for her. Yeah, that's a good one. Leanna Jojua. Um, After Leanna Jojua, maybe Andrea Lee, because I could see her beat. I could just see her beating some of these fighters even in the top 10, like the lower part of the top 10, like Andrea Lee, and who else is it? Who's at a number 12 and 11 right now? Let's see here. Ernest Richardson said Manon would stop Leanna. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Her skill set is just too much, I think. You know, she's just punching and kicking from so many different angles. I don't see what anybody can do. Uh, no. This is what I said this morning. I think, yeah, I know who. Antonina Shevchenko. Antonina Shevchenko would be a good fight. Yeah, Antonina Shevchenko versus Modafferi would be good. That's a good fight. Jason Rose said, "Who's going to step up and fight Modafferi and Taylor Santos?" I have to give BJ his due. His girls have stepped up. Yeah, man. Jillian did step up against the Taylor fight. Coach, what's going on? He said he can't remember what. Stamina, what's going on? Yeah. I think that Modafferi maybe, yeah, Leanna Jojua, and then Antonina, or we could go straight to Antonina. However, however they want to make that fight, that's gonna be a good fight. Cause that girl was kind of, Manav's kind of big too. Like I said, man, she's kind of got them wide shoulders and power. She's strong. And like I said, I had to kind of base this off of the eye test with this one and not just resume, because I said, okay, she's willing to do this and she's committed to it. Like when she's on the outside, Manon is committed to fighting on the outside. But when she wants to go on the inside, it's not to like save herself or like, oh, I'm trying to avoid punches. No, she's going in to mix it up, and then she'll just like slam you. I know I think she tried to slam Victoria Leonardo in this fight too. She picked Victoria Leonardo up, and that's a big girl. She's a thick girl. So when she picked her up and dropped her, I was like, okay, yeah, Manal's on another level here for her level that she's on. So like I said, I ain't trying to like gas her up and say she's like top 10 material, but for where she's at, she looks good. For a fighter that just made a UFC debut, she's looking good. She doesn't depend on one thing. She can do a little of everything, and that's what we need to see in the flyweight division right now. Yeah, but between her, like I said, her, Miranda, and like Taylor Santos, that's a good mix of all around good fighters. Um, Shout out to Victoria Leonardo. Like I said, exciting fighter, good, good heart. She's very scrappy. She likes to bring excitement. Even when she was in trouble, she was still trying to stay in the fight. So I gotta respect her for that. Yeah, yeah. Who could be next for her though, man? Let's see. Yeah, answer me that, y'all. Who do you think Victoria Leonardo can fight here if she got beat by this unranked fighter? Who do you see Victoria Leonardo fighting next? Do you see her fighting Maria Agapova when she comes back? The winner Emily King versus Shannon Dobson. Loser of Macy Barber versus Alexa Grasso. Who could she fight? Yeah, who's next for Victoria Leonardo after seeing this performance against this caliber of fighter? Like, who do you think she could face next? Poliana Bateo, Courtney Casey. I'm just throwing some names out there, man. Cause let's see, everybody's pretty much booked up, or almost booked in the top 15. So I don't see her fighting anybody in the top 15. So I think Leonardo, yeah, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, Agapova, that would be good when she comes back. Molly McCann, yeah, okay. Yeah, any of those names, yeah, Molly. Um, like I said, Courtney Casey, Poliana, because Courtney hasn't fought since that Jillian Robertson loss, I don't think, right? So, get her one of those flyweights. Give her somebody to kind of test herself. Cedric C, what's going on? Cedric C said Poliana Viana. That's a fight, yeah. Is Poliana still at? Is she still at flyweight or is she a strawweight? Was she a strawweight? No, she was never a strawweight. Never mind. I'm thinking of somebody else. Yeah, Poliana. That's a good one. Said yeah. Um, Robert Henry said it's about time Roxy go back to school. Okay, she is. Okay. She was just never ranked, right? She was just never really like ranked that high. Okay. I get Poliana. I get Poliana and Ariane Lipsky. I kind of mix them up sometimes just because they have similar features. Their face, the way they wear their hair sometimes. Yeah, but okay, yeah. I thought she was a strawweight. Sometimes I just get them two kind of mixed up because of facial features. But yeah, man, from here for Manon, I just see Manon Fiorot uh, making some statements. I can see her going in there making some statements. I want to see her either in there, like I said, with the um, Antonina or Taylor Santos, man. She in there with Taylor Santos. Ooh, that's gonna be a good fight, man. Taylor Santos versus Manon. Yeah, that'll be a good fight. Yeah, Poliana ain't been out there for a while. She's one of those tweeners, right? 115, 125. So yeah, Taylor Santos, Antonina Shevchenko. Um, yeah. Let's see them. Let's see her get one of those names. I think she's ready for a top 15 fighter, or if she want to give her an unranked fighter. I don't know, but it needs to be somebody that really test her. And then we could see. Hold, I'm reading the chat here. Maria Agapova versus Lipsky. Good call. Good call. ATT battle. I don't even know when Agapova's coming back though, man. I don't even know when she is gonna come back to the game. She's been kind of running her therapy or something on her leg, I think. So yeah, man, let's go on here. Like I said, those are some good choices I think for that y'all been putting in there for Victoria and Manon. But let's go on to this big fight, this bigger fight. So we got number 8 Roxanne Modafferi versus number 9 Viviane Araujo, and I picked Viviane to win this fight, but I was actually more confident in Manon beating Victoria Leonardo in the fashion that she did, more so than Viviane beating Roxanne. Like I wasn't confident in the Viviane win. I said it was 50-50, I think. I think I had it 50-50 for Roxanne versus Viviane because I was just a little bit nervous that Roxanne has this veteran type trick in her. It's almost like this type of, it's hard to describe, like this older fighter style, like for in her case older lady style, where they just know how to one up the younger fighter. They know how to like generate or redistribute their weight in certain ways that can frustrate a fighter. Or they know how to take them into deep waters. And speaking of deep waters, Viviane started to kind of gas a little in the later part of the round. So I always kind of felt like this fight was just 50-50 because Roxanne, she can show up or she won't show up. But if she does show up, you gotta have physical strength to beat her. You gotta have size. You gotta have power. You gotta get the respect from Roxanne, because Roxanne is not going anywhere when she's in there. She's got a lot of losses, but not too many people have been able to stop her. And a couple times in this fight where I thought Viviane was about to stop her. She was landing some good punches, but man, like Roxanne got a chin. Roxanne got a chin in there, man. But yeah, man, let's go back and look at the fight real quick. Viviane, she went in there from the jump, was putting hands on Roxanne. Beautiful strikes, beautiful jabs, just really piecing Roxanne up. Opening minute, landed some good left hooks. She put the eye on Swole. Like in that first minute, had some the red around there already. Roxanne was trying to strike at a distance, which wasn't smart. She needed to kind of close that distance and just try to take the fight to the ground. Don't try to match this girl speed for speed. What I liked about Viviane in this fight was the fact that Viviane was a little bit more patient. I think I like the fact that she wasn't too extra with her movement. You know, she's usually bouncing in and out. She's usually like kicking her legs, overexerting energy, and then usually by the second she's gassed. But this time she kind of fought at a slower pace and picked her shots. You know, when the target was there, she let her hands go. When Roxanne stepped into her zone, she was first. So every time Roxanne would kind of cut that angle, try to step in to land something, boom. Viviane was first with the jab, and she was second with the right hand, and she was third with the left hook. You know, so she was landing in ones, twos, and threes. And this really taking Roxanne to school with the hands. You know, the first round was just beautiful work from, you know, up and down, like up and down, uppercuts, jabs, 1-2s. Really nothing that Roxanne had an answer for, you know. And that's what I was saying, even like going back to like Macy Barber when she fought Roxanne. I was like, man, you got to show athleticism. You got to have youth in there to beat a fighter like Roxanne. You know, don't fight her on her level. You know, use your game. That's what Viviane did that first round. And then the second round, same thing, man. Just some beautiful work. A couple of times in there, I thought she was about to stop her again, man. Like, you know, couple good right hands, and she dropped it too, right? Was it the first or second round when she landed a right hand? She dropped Roxanne in one of these rounds. So I was like, okay, here we go. You know, it's coming. You know, I saw that right hand land, and I was like, here we go. She's gonna stop her. But Roxanne got that resilience, man. She got that chin, and she got that drunken master style where she's right back in there. But that third round, man, the third round was a close one where I said, here is the part where Roxanne levels up and comes back. This is where I got nervous, man, because the third round is where Viviane started to slow down. She started getting hit here. Roxanne didn't really turn up the speed or turn up the pace. It was Viviane that just kind of started to slow down. You know, she was kind of breathing heavy. I saw her kind of puff a little bit out her mouth, you know. But, you know, this is something she's got to work on. You know, it's really something she has to work on. Whenever Roxanne saw this, she took that offense there, man. She let her hands go. She touched Viviane with a couple of shots, and I was like, okay, here we go. I was like, she's coming back here. She's taking advantage of this. You know, these little, looks like we've got some cardio issues in Viviane here, but Viviane, she made that adjustment. She came back, popped a few more strikes off, and then took her to the ground. She took it to the ground, which is good. You know, she got that takedown and finished the round out strong on top. You know, that's what you got to be to beat Roxanne on the ground. You got to have physical strength. You got to have that physical strength. You got to have athleticism to beat her. Like Taylor Santos did to Jillian Robertson. You know, you got to be on top and use them shoulders the way she was doing. You know, you got to rough Roxanne up. You know, another thing I liked about Viviane in this fight was how she had the ground game, but she really wasn't like showing it too much. You know, she was like just fighting on her feet, keeping it standing, boxing, striking. And then all of a sudden, when Roxanne tried to go in for that takedown, she switched the game up on her. You know, she switched it up quick on her. You know, she got the back of her and tried to submit her in that first round. And every time like Roxanne would go in, she knew how to counter, get around the back, push her off, go right back to standing. So it was a lot of good things in there that Viviane has improved on in just a few fights. You know, since the Jessica I loss, I feel like, you know, she's kind of slowed down a little bit. She conserves her energy a little bit more. But I still think she has to work, man. I think she has to work on that cardio. I think she got to work on that cardio. Let me check out the chat here. Stamina said, prior to my only concern was Viviane's tank. Yep. She had more ways to win, but fatigue makes cowards of men, as they say, and it did just not as drastically as it could have, thankfully. Jason Rose, were you impressed by Viviane Araujo's takedown defense? Yeah, man, I was impressed, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, her takedown defense, like, I was just impressed how she could slip to the back and just separate and go right back to standing, and then go in there for her own takedown. And I think the more and more she works on her cardio, like, she'll be able to go in there and do the little sprawl more and use her takedown defense more. Yeah, but I was impressed, man. I was impressed with that, Jason. Yeah, Cedric. Vivi looks sharp. Her hands look sharp. She could not miss. Marcus said she'll have to fix her cardio issue since it's going to become her Achilles heel. Yeah, because right now, I think we can all say this. I think everybody agree with me on the chat, though. Right now, Viviane Araujo is not going to be prepared for a 5-round fight if she gets a title shot. That's going to be her downfall if she gets a title opportunity. She's not a 5-round fighter. I mean, yeah, what do y'all think? She's not a 5-round fighter, right? Robert Henry said, I wouldn't be Araujo's footwork's on par with Valentina's, but she's definitely up there among flyweights. Her footwork's on par with Valentina's, you think? I don't know. I think it just got different style. I don't know. I didn't really analyze that. Roxanne Modafferi got popped by Lauren Murphy. Modafferi was dancing after that hit. Yeah, she was. But Araujo put her down in this fight. She put her down with a good right hand. Let's see what else we got. Vivi didn't even look to be throwing 80 to 90% power on a shot, so her cardio to fall off a cliff edge like that was wild. Yeah, man, like she wasn't committed. Man, like stamina. You see that, man? Like stamina. She wasn't even using her legs like she usually does. Like in some of her past fights, she just be moving and like using her legs. But this fight, like she was trying to conserve energy and she was still puffing. Like she was puffing in that third round. Genesis, what's going on? Lolita said Agapova got humbled. Yeah, she did. Yeah, Cedric. The head movement was good. Like the head movement was on point. Like I like she reminded me of Arislandi Lara. Um, he's a Cuban boxer. I don't know if y'all know who Arislandi Lara is, but like the way she was popping her jab and just kind of slipping shots, she was kind of reminding me of him. The way she was just like letting her hands go. Um, very very good work, man. Like Vivian was just looking good on her feet, man. But that third round, man, when she started puffing, I was getting scared, man. Really, man, because Roxanne closed in and landed a few good punches and Roxanne landed her right hand one time, and I was like, okay, I think the tail was about to turn, but thankfully Vivian was able to survive. She won the round still, 30-27. I couldn't really give Roxanne any good moments in here besides the right hand and one of her takedown attempts. Execution, man, that's all it come down to, just execution. You got to execute your game plan. Lauren Murphy, she did. I feel like fighters like Macy Barber, they wanted to just knock Roxanne out, but that's not happening. You can't go in there with knockout on your mind. You got to go in there with just a game plan to win. Yes, stamina. Viviana doesn't make it to round 5, even if she's in the octagon on her own. I don't see her making it to round 5 right now. That's the part that sucks because she has some nice skills and some good talent. What about you, Genesis? Did you get a chance to watch the fight, Genesis? What do you think about Vivian? Like her gas tank? Mark said by the third round in a 5-round fight, Vivi was going to be heaving. Yeah. Jason Rose said, look, I couldn't tell you who would win that one. I have good insight knowledge for real, but not that one. What fight was Stamina talking about? I must have missed it. Must have missed it up here. Oh man, yeah, that was a good Wednesday. That was a good way to start. Well, it ain't even starting Wednesday morning for me because I work at. I'm a night person, so it wasn't starting the day for me. It was ending the day, but I kept it going. I stayed up. What I do, I stayed up and watched the Manon and Victoria Leonardo fight. Then I took another power nap, and I woke up right on the tail of the tape for Vivian versus Roxanne. So that was just good timing. Well, I did watch a few of the other prelims fight though. Watched a few of the prelims fights. Umar Nurmagomedov, he won a second round submission by a rear naked choke. That was a good fight. I don't know if y'all watched any of the other fights, but yeah, that was a good one. Jason Rose said Vivian is the best 2 round fighter in the UFC, but someone forgot to tell her championship fights are 5 rounds. Yeah, man, they're 5 rounds, and like she wasn't doing a lot in the first and second round to really gas either, man. Like she wasn't doing a lot to like gas herself out. That's why I was just like, yo, come on, third round, you should still be good. Genesis said, I like Viv. She just needs to work on a few things, but I think she got potential. Yeah, she got a lot of potential, man. Vivi is on the level of Claudia based on cardio issues. Thankfully, thankfully she has a better skill set than Claudia. That's what's saving her. See, Claudia wants to go in there and wrestle and grapple, but I'm wondering how a fighter can wrestle and grapple and not have good cardio. I mean, as a boxer, you got to have good cardio, but I feel like a wrestler, somebody wants to go in there and wrestle and grapple should have good cardio. Yeah, muscles are just show. That's why sometimes I'll be like, man, when a fighter come in there all muscular, you gotta worry about carrying all that muscle in a fight, and that right there can mess up your cardio. Trying to pack on all this muscle. I mean, I think Vivian's just a naturally muscular girl though. That's why it's just something that she has to kind of carry, but you got to work on the cardio. If you are gonna sport the muscles like that, you gotta go in there. You gotta go in there and work cardio. But yeah, both of these fights were good, man. This one was a good one. I was glad to see Vivian win this one. This will push her up to maybe number 8 or 7. Depending on 6 and 7, which is Jessica and JoJo. So we'll see. Um, I guess Vivian should fight. Hmm. Who should Vivian fight next? I'm looking at the rankings right now. Should Vivian fight a top 5 fighter, or should she fight the winner of Jessica or JoJo? Vivian versus Calvillo, Cynthia Calvillo would be good, or Jennifer Maya. I think I'd have to favor Jennifer Maya in that fight though. That would be a good striking match though. Man, Jennifer Maya versus Vivian Araujo, that would be a good striking match. That would be a good striking match. Yeah, Robert, that was a good way to get over the hump day, bro. Definitely. Jason Rose said she's coming for the belt. I'm telling you, man, like for the level that Manon is on right now, oh man, she's gonna be trouble. I ain't trying to sound crazy or put high hopes up, but if me when I be analyzing these fighters, I can tell when somebody gonna do something. Like Manon, I can see Manon beating Macy Barber right now. I ain't gonna lie. I can see Manon beating Macy Barber. I could see her taking Vivian into deep waters. That's just me. I could see her if she beats those two fighters. I could see her in there going getting physical, getting gritty with Lauren Murphy. Hey, I'm just being real. I ain't gonna try to get a fighter killed, you know what I mean? But I see her. I think she got something. Yes, Stamina. Women, they represented today, man. That weekend stink. Yeah, man. They definitely did. Yeah, said much better than Saturday, man. Um. Oh, she did. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sandra says she wants Jennifer Mai. I like that. That's good. That's a good fight. That is a good fight. I like that matchup. I think that'll be a good stand-up fight. But I'm gonna have to favor Jennifer Maya in that fight. I don't know about y'all. Like Jennifer Maya is a good boxer, and I think there'll be hands thrown in this fight. But I think Jennifer Maya has a type of good boxing style that can time the speed. There's gonna be some good trading moments in the Jennifer Maya versus Viviana Araujo fight. But you gotta remember, Maya's been there. She's been the 5 round fight. Maya's a 5 round fighter. Man, I'm telling you, up to like, see, I'm already picturing it to be a 5 round fight, but man, like the first 2 rounds are gonna be bangers, and then it's all gonna come down to the fighter with the better cardio and the better strength. Who is that? That'd be Jennifer Maya. Even in the clinch, man, that's gonna be a vicious fight. She really want that fight, man. That's what I want. Then Jason Rose said Murphy or Calvillo. Robert Henry said fighters like Holly Holm have figured out to balance muscle with stamina. Yeah, Holly's like a rabbit, man. She kills it, man. Holly's 5 round fighter. She got a little bit of muscle, but she looked jacked, but she still got the tank. Stamina style. Yeah, Calvillo sounds good. Yeah, Calvillo's good. I would like Calvillo and then Jennifer Maya, but Jennifer Maya, if they give her that fight because she wanted it, let's get it. Let's get the fight, man. Calderwood versus I. There's real beef between them. Yeah, I want Calderwood to win too, man. I want JoJo to do this. I know everybody's picking against JoJo, but y'all know I'm a JoJo fan, so I got to see her win. She just got to get back in there, man. Got to stay committed to that power she got. JoJo got power. Marcus crazy. Marcus crazy. Stamina Maya would drown Araujo. Araujo. Yeah, man. It's gonna be good for as long as it lasts, though. I'm telling you, Jason. Let's get that fight next. Winner of Alexa Grasso versus the Manon versus the winner of Macy versus Alexa. That would be a good fight. Cedric said Maya is vicious, but her IQ isn't that good. I think she got a good IQ, but Jennifer Maya's got a good IQ in my opinion. Um, I think her IQ is better than Vivian's. I think she has a good IQ. Yeah, it's a decent. It's decent. It's definitely better than Vivian Araujo's. Ernest Richardson said, "Are you going to watch the big card this Saturday, or are you going to be busy Saturday?" I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch the card. It's got some good fights coming up here. Man, I'm with y'all, man. Stamina. If she's talking that trash, I want her to deliver. I want her to take the trash out. Stop talking trash and you take the trash out. That's what you're supposed to do. Don't talk trash. Get in there and take the trash out. Take that trash out. I mean, there's like some fighters like I watch it so closely, you know, I'm fans of. I could actually, man, I would like to train JoJo, man. Like, there's just so many things that she could do, man. Gotta take that trash out. That's what I'm saying, man. Get in there and just get Jessica out of there. If I wins, yeah, man. I don't know. Damn, I wanted Caitlin Chikagan to beat her that time, but she couldn't do it. Jason Rose said he sold me on Barber versus Fiorot. Yeah, man, that's a good fight. Stam crazy. Don't butcher Viv's name. I'm gonna call her Viv then, huh? Can't butcher Viv. How does he say? I can't remember. Araujo. Maya's octagon IQ is certainly above average. Yeah, her IQ is better than Viv's. You know, it's definitely better than hers. I just see her taking the fight in the deep waters, being smart, using timing. Just use timing and take her apart. Jennifer Maya's got power though. Jennifer Maya sits down on her shots. Like when Jennifer Maya was in there with JoJo, she was cracking JoJo with some hard shots. Jennifer Maya has a nice overhand right, very precise with it. Her jab is straight. She'll come up the middle, and I think she could take some of Vivi. I think she could take some of Vivian's shots. The way she moves her head, and I think she can wade her way in through some of Vivian's shots. She kind of got that like Canelo combination going on there. Marcus said, I like how Manon mixes her attacks up. Yeah, man, her attacks, good attack game. I think it's gonna work. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, don't talk so much trash or you get taken out like trash. Or the other way around, don't talk trash, take the trash out, you know. Ernest Richard says, since you know more about boxing than me, why do you think MMA fighters, especially women ones, use grunts more than that quiet hiss sound that boxers use when they throw? I think it comes down to how much force, Ernest. I think it comes down to how much force you use when you punch, and the type of punch you're throwing. Because fighters, I think fighters in boxing, when they kind of do that, they just kind of do that because it's a habit. They hear other fighters do it, but they could kind of let the same grunt out. Like in boxing, you want to let out the hiss because you don't really want to telegraph your punch, versus like a loud grunt. Like you hear Holly Holm, she did that in boxing, making that loud noise. But I think it all comes down to just how they want to let a shot go. Like you let that air out of your diaphragm, so you can get full force out of your punch. Because if you hold your breath and not let out if you let out like a full grunt, that's going to help kind of release that diaphragm, and you get the whole you let all that air out, and it puts more force into your punch, if that makes sense. Like it's hard to describe right now, but yeah, if you hold your breath when you punch and you just make the little hiss sound, you'll kind of, some fighters get headaches because they hold their breath from it, if that makes sense. I've heard that before. But I think the MMA fighters, they kind of let that grunt out just because they're trying to, sometimes they're trying to throw their whole body into it. Boxers, they're just turning the hips. They just turn the hips, and they're not using the legs or anything. So they're just letting that one shot off. So it's the amount of force they're putting behind the punch too. Robert Henry said, I disagree a bit on JoJo's trash talk. Whatever gets her head in the game to focus and get a bounce back. Sometimes fighters have to try different things to help them. I don't think trash talking is her game, man. Because like I said, I've been watching her from from her first fight when she was just starting. Like, she never talked trash. She used to just go in there and perform. That's what made her like scary. She had this soft voice. Then she just go in there and bang you out. I mean, in her case though, since she got beef with Jessica, I'm talk all the trash you want. I'm cool with that. But you gotta still go in there and beat her though. I still want you to go in there and beat her. And yeah, JoJo's probably just using more fighting words. She's using more so fighting words. Like, she ain't over here talking about somebody's mama and things like that. She's actually trying, yeah, like you say, Robert, trying to get her head in the game, using competitive words, fighting words, which is cool. Stam says not that JoJo's talking major crud. It's just that she was kind of dismissive of Chikagan too and took a L. I don't dislike Caitlyn, but I is a nuisance. You couldn't have said it better. You couldn't have said it better, Stam. Like, I gotta respect Caitlyn Chikagan, man. Like, that girl stays busy. Outside of fighting the champion, you can't predict who she's gonna win, who she's gonna beat, or who she's gonna lose to, man. So who do we say? Who we gonna match up Vivian with next? She wants Jennifer Maia, right? So let's say Jennifer Maia or Cynthia Calvillo. Let's say that fight happens in the spring or summer. Get that fight in like April or May, you think? Because Jennifer Maia, it's about time for her to come back, right? Since her last title fight, it's about time for her to get back in there. So yeah, I like that, man. Let's get Vivian in there with Jennifer Maia or Cynthia Calvillo. Jason Rose said Jennifer Maia decision over Araujo. How is Jennifer Maia going to hit? Oh no, man, she's gonna hit her, man. I have confidence in Jennifer Maia. She'll catch her. She'll time her, man. Maia's gonna hit Vivian, believe me. If Montana De La Rosa hit Vivian, then Jennifer Maia she's got no problems. That's not an obstacle for her. Vivian is Jennifer Maia is a very good boxer. Very good boxer with good timing. She'll switch levels on her and she will catch her, believe me. Jennifer Maia is going to touch Vivian. She's going to touch her. Even if she got to close in for a clinch and work inside, she's going to touch her. She'll touch her from a distance too. I'm confident in that. I think Jennifer Maia, yeah, Jennifer Maia going to hit her. Because, Valentina and Vivian have two different types of speed. Like, Valentina's more so quick. She's more so quick to strike like a sniper, where Vivian is more speedy. Sometimes Vivian, when she throws in volume punches, you can time her and boom, you can land one good shot right up the middle and knock her back, Robert Henry said, I was just thinking that maybe Calderwood actually dislikes I, and that may compel her to take the fight seriously, then crush Jessica. I hope so. Yeah, that's a thought. I hope so, man. I hope it's not like bad energy. I hope it's more so, yeah, like energy where it's gonna make her want to tear her head off, Yeah, yeah. Hey, Jennifer Maya may be slow, but what she lacks in speed, she makes up in technique, power, and timing. There's not a lot of fast fighters out there, but there's some slow fighters that get the job done. Speed's not everything. Cause if need be, what's she gonna do? If need be, she's gonna wait till Vivian starts to slow down in round two and then take over. Cedric said, "What's the hate on I? Can someone please tell me because I like her? I don't like that trash. I don't like her trash talk. Honestly, like it seems a little forced sometimes. I'm just not a big fan of her style either. Like, I mean, that's for me," said Cedric. That's for me. Like, I'm not a big fan of Just Guy because sometimes the trash talk is kind of forced. I mean, anybody else want to give their reasons why they don't like her? Give y'all reasons why y'all don't like Just Guy. But that's my reason why I said, hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right. Okay. So what y'all say here? All right. All right. Where were we? Okay. Stamina said Jessica I is an imbecile, Cedric, entitled, deluded, not particularly talented, a killer, trifecta of character traits. Marcus said Jessica I is just annoying to me. I think Calvillo is arrogant. I'm glad Chikagan humbled her. I think I like Calvillo though. I don't think she's too arrogant. Like her trash talk ain't like Jessica I. Like Jessica I just be going out there, be unreal. I think Calvillo's arrogant. Oh yeah, I read that. Okay, Jennifer Maya beats a lot of girls in the division hands down. TJ. Yeah, yeah, she does, man. And she's beating them without speed. You know what I mean? Skills compare. I beats Calderwood. Man, like the thing is, like Jennifer, not Jennifer, but Jessica I, she is beatable. But there's times when she's more so committed than JoJo. That's what's like, man, JoJo, you got to get in there and work. Like JoJo has the same similar type of frame and height like Joanna. I feel like she just needs to be more committed to striking, in and out. And I think JoJo has a little bit more power too. She just never really sets up good traps or sets good power shots up. Her head is on the line too much to be hit, and that's going to be trouble when you fight Jessica I. Jessica I has a pretty good jab. Ernest said Jessica has been through a lot outside the cage. It affects her personality, which is why she becomes so awkward and antisocial to the point she just gets pity for it. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, like yeah, I have to go back and look at her again, like as far as her backstory. But yeah, I've heard some things of what she's been through, but I mean, by this point, there's some things that people just feel like she need to grow up with. So I think that JoJo has the power to hurt Jessica I and get her out of there. I mean, people can disagree with me that or not, but I think that JoJo can get her out of there. If JoJo sets up good head kicks, she could get her out of there. I think JoJo has the more power, the most power out of between the two of them. The only thing is, will she be able to land something and get her out? Jason Rose said Calvillo is humble compared to Joanna. Oh, no doubt. Yeah. She definitely is. She's her cockiness is nowhere on. I mean, what Joanna's been talking about lately is like, wow. Joanna said, yo, I ain't got nothing to prove no more. All I get is title shots and I get the big piece of cake. All day, man. Ernest said Calderwood had Andrea Lee rocked at one point in their fight, if I remember that fight. Yeah, good close fight, and she did. Yeah, like she's got power, man, but dang, man, like she just got to set them shots up, though. Marcus, my wild pick has JoJo winning. There you go, Marcus. Jump on the right train, man. So far the picks ain't going wrong, right, Marcus? You picked Vivian and you picked Minaj. So yeah, you good, man. Just keep riding with it. Pick JoJo. I don't care what anybody say. JoJo's gonna win this fight. I mean, I'm gonna be realistic about it, but she can win this fight. She's gonna win this fight. I want her to win this fight. Gary said it's 50-50. Yeah. That's a question too, Jason. I said now she can make weight at 125. Will she make the flyweight limit? Yeah, because how many times did she miss weight? Didn't she miss weight a couple times? She missed weight a few times, if I remember correctly. Jason said one of them gonna win by decision. Yeah, I don't see anybody getting knocked out in this fight. Somebody gonna win by decision. So yeah, let's look at this card real quick, man. UFC 257 this Saturday. Let's see the prelims on here. Okay, so on the prelims we got Juliana Pena versus Sarah McMahon. That's a good fight, man. Do y'all think Pena McMahon should be on the prelims, or you think they should be on the main card? I mean, it's a good fight though, but Pena McMahon is on the prelims, right? I guess so. We have McMahon's been kind of inactive. Pena's coming off a loss, so yeah, I guess so. So we got Pena versus McMahon, and then on the main card, we got Marina Rodriguez versus Amanda Ribas, and then we got Jessica I versus JoJo Calderwood. Oh, Stamina said, "How's that fight the co-main event?" Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I see Marina Rodriguez versus Amanda Ribas being more so the co-main event. I Calderwood, I think that could be the kickoff fight for the main event, for the main card. But yeah, I think Rodriguez Ribas has a little bit more steam behind it. Ernest said Pena versus McMahon should have been swapped with Calderwood I. Hey, yeah, I mean, I thought it was main event worthy. I like Pena and McMahon. I think they're gonna bring it. I think that's gonna be a good fight, man. But yeah, Rebos and Rodriguez, that's got a lot of steam behind it right there, man. Like they both been talking. Marina Rodriguez needs this win, and Rebos, she's ready to prove and move up this top 10. I think she's like what, number 9 right now. She's ready to move up out of the spot. So yeah, I don't think Rebos should be on the prelims though. Rebos is definitely on the right card because right, she's kind of new blood and she's bringing fans in. Um, and they're part of the better they're part of the better division. Out of the flyweights and the bantamweights, I feel like strawweight division, everybody's kind of watching that. I know that JoJo and I are higher ranked in their division, but man, Amanda Rivas, she is popular though. Gary said Rebus has more followers. Yeah, they gotta. It's still a business, man. It's a business where they gotta follow that. So yeah, if she got more followers, they're gonna put her on the main card. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that, Jason. Man, they messed up with that one. Like Juliana Pena versus Jermaine Durandame, that should have been the main event on that fight night. To me, yeah, GDR and Pena was the fight on that card. But let me see. What does a win for Jessica I or JoJo do anyway? It's gonna be crazy because this win for either fighter is gonna put them in there with. Well, for JoJo, it's gonna put her in there with somebody she's already fought before. It's either gonna put JoJo back in there with Cynthia Calvillo, who she fought at 115. It might put her in there with Caitlin Chikagan, who she already fought and lost to, and it could put her in there with Jessica Andrade, who she lost to at strawweight. But I don't see them matching JoJo up with Jessica Andrade again. Not like that. Or Lauren Murphy. I don't know, man. Like, who's Lauren Murphy gonna fight in the meantime? Because everybody else has been tied up though. Lauren Murphy and Calvillo were supposed to fight at one point, so they need to get back in there. In my opinion, they need to get back in there and do it, or get back, to making that fight happen. Oh, Jason Rose, you wanted Aldana versus Pena. I don't know. I like the GDR Pena matchup, but I feel like it should have been the main event. It was a good style matchup for me. Like I like the GDR Pena fight. It should have been the main event though. So yeah, man. This Saturday is gonna make up for the last Saturday. Definitely, man. We got some good fights here. Um, Definitely got some good fights coming up, man. And this Wednesday really was a good card. I mean, overall, like men's fights, women's fights, they were all good on this Wednesday card. So yeah, guys, let's see what else is going on in WMMA news for real. Some real stuff going on, some interesting stuff that's been going on. I mean, the Joanna thing, man, it's crazy. Like she's staying so big in the news, but Joanna even got a fight lined up. That's why I can't even talk about Joanna too much. Cause okay, hold on now. Shout out to WMMArankings.com. Bea Malecki versus Norma Dumont is set for UFC event on April 10th. And here they go again. Like, why are they making this? Hold on. Can't close this ad. Why are they making this fight at 135, man? Like, Bea Malecki and Norma Dumont need to be at 145. Well, let me do a video talking about this later. Oh man, why are they doing this, man? Like, can she squeeze down to 135 and be effective, man? Stamina, what you say? In other news, I'm not sure how I feel about Grasso being ranked. Opinions. I don't agree with it. I honestly would have kept Jillian Robertson at number 15. I'm gonna just be honest. Yeah, I would have kept Jillian Robertson at number 15. I think that's only fair because Jillian Robertson does have more wins at flyweight, and to me, her win should have knocked her out of the box like that. Versus, I like Alexa Grasso, but she hasn't done enough at 125 to me. Yeah, I was looking at that myself, man. I was just like, I don't know. Yeah, Stammer. I don't agree with that. I think Jillian Robertson honestly should still be number 15, if anything. Lex Grasso didn't really push into that, and I don't think that the Taylor Santos loss should have knocked her out of there 2-3 spaces like it did. So I don't get the ranking system though. Alexa Grasso, Alexis Davis, her next fight is at 135. So I don't know. Should she still be at 125? Hmm. Gary Baldwin. Yeah. Gary Baldwin said Norman by destruction. Jason Rose, no, with Durandame and Holmes winning. What do you do regarding the Nunes fight? Right. Yeah, you have rematches, right? Yep. Yeah, but then they would have been in a rematch together, right? Stammen said, I resist even commenting on as far as it being on the pound for pound list. You know, pound for pound list, man, like pound for pound lists are really like fan made lists. You can't really like you can't really put faith into them that they're really going by resumes and accomplishments. Like, I don't know. TJ said Nunes versus Megan, then Megan versus GDR, with the winner facing Holly to determine who gets the next title shot. Yeah, yeah, that's interesting. That'd be an interesting move. At least you get some new fighters switching up. I guess TJ saying Nunes is gonna beat Megan off top, so he said Megan can go fight GDR next, huh? Is GDR even going back to 145? But let me see here. Yeah, it's Bear Malecki thing with Norma Dumont. You know, of course it's a matchup, but yeah, I think it should be at 145, honestly, man. Then of course we got Randa Marcos versus Luana Pinheiro, March 27th. Man, yo, Randa Marcos she be fighting some tough competition, man. Yeah, TJ, that's an option. I like that option, TJ. Joanna, Wei Lee, or Invicta. I mean, for real, man. Like, Rose is gonna get this. Let Rose get this title shot, and then after that, we can do this thing, man. Look, Carla, Joanna, Wei Lee, or Invicta. Or excuse me, not even Wei Lee. Let Wei Lee and Rose fight. Let Carla and Joanna fight, or Invicta. Rob said I don't make that big deal out of a pound list. Yeah, I don't either. Like, pound for pound, I can't really say anything about them too much. I get more so disappointed in like the full official rankings for a division. Like, yeah, like Alexa Grasso really shouldn't have been number 15. I think that Jillian Robertson still should be over her. Uh, yeah, yeah. Don't put her in there. Don't give it a Wei Lee fight. Like, let her and Joanna battle for a title fight, a title eliminator. Gary Baldwin said Randa's lucky. Man, she be getting chances, man. So once again, when Randa get in there, she better level up. Randa better get in there and level up, because I think this is her last chance, for real, for real. I like Randa a lot. I think she's tough. She never turns down a fight, but for real, she's got to go in there and she got to do work, man. Cause let's see, Randa right now, Randa is 10-10-1, and in 2020 she went 0-3, losing to Mackenzie Dern, Kanako, Murata, and Amanda Ribas. So once again, she's matched up with a very tough fighter in Pinheiro. Uh, Pinheiro, she looked good in that fight against Stephanie Frost, though, too, man. She went in there, she scored that first round knockout. So I think, this girl's coming to prove something. So really, Randa has got to get in there and do her thing, man. Randa's got to get in there and do her thing. This is not gonna give birth to another chance if she loses, man. So in other news, Joanna just signs a deal with Puma. That's what I'm saying. Like Joanna is chilling right now, man. Like Joanna signed a deal with Puma right now. Like, does she really want to fight? Or is she just trying to cash out at this point? Which is no problem if you want to cash out. Just be real. Don't just say, oh man, like I want to get a title shot after title shot. Get one fight at least and make it look convincing. Get in there and fight Yan and get her out the way, and then say I'm ready for that rematch to Weili. But don't just say, oh, I deserve it. Who else? Let's see. I'm just checking some other news here. Stamina said a tough fight is fine, not the champion, especially not one when the champion's been out so damn long already. For no fault of her own, it's a waste of Weili. Anyone can get better Carla, in theory. Yeah, at this point, Carla, I know she's on a 4-fight win streak, but yeah, like Weili needs a big fight against Rose again. I think that's what everybody wants. The public wants the best fighting the best, and Weili is ready, man. Like I got a couple videos coming too, just like looking at some of her workout, man. Like Weili is a beast in there, man. She getting ready. I seen Rose out there too. She was out there working, man. She was looking good. But it's gonna be something, man. That fight's gonna be crazy because Weili is not playing right now. Okay. I agree if it's only a fight in a random gym in the middle of a country, no cameras. Man, that fight just needs to happen now. Yeah, Genesis. Weili been looking amazing, man. Like I'm talking, her drill. She's been looking good. Like she is killing it right now. I saw Rose out there doing her shadow boxing and things, out in the cold. That video on her Instagram. Rose got some nice moves though. Rose definitely got some nice moves as a boxer. And on her feet, she can move. But Weili, man, she is killing it right now. That's just how she's killing her time. She hasn't had a fight. Weili's just staying busy. She ain't playing around on Instagram. She's not in any kind of Twitter wars with fighters. She's not out here talking trash about Rose. She's just getting ready. She's just ready to fight whoever. If it is Carla, she'll fight her. If it's Rose, she'll fight her. So that's what I got respect about Weili. Like I'm a growing fan of Weili, man. Like for real. I mean, if anything, I don't know, man. Like this fight between Rose and Weili probably ain't gonna happen till like April or May or something, unless they just bring it up on us for February or March. But it don't really seem like they on anything solid yet. I haven't heard anything as of lately. See, Joanna out here, I'm just looking at this article, man. Like Joanna's out here, signing deals with Puma. She's doing other stuff now. So is fighting really something that she wants to do? especially if she feels like she can only fight once a year and it has to be for a title shot. That don't sound like somebody that wants to fight anymore. Sound like somebody just want to, get a belt one more time and ride off into the sunset. Which is just telling me that she don't deserve the title shot. Because there's other fighters out here doing way more than her. So is that what y'all want? Carla versus Joanna? Well, TJ said he wants Carla versus Joanna Weili, or it's Invicta for her. Damn. He said if you don't take these fights, you're going back to Invicta. Yeah, man. Let's see who Carla did beat on her way up here to get this title shot, though. Let's see. Hold on. She beat Verna Jandiroba, Alexa Grasso, Michelle Waterson, and Marina Rodriguez. Oh, Marina Rodriguez is a solid win, but I know if you would have put Ribas on there too, that would have really shook it up, right? What was Verna Jandiroba ranked when she fought her? What was Alexa Grasso ranked at the time? Then let's see, Michelle Waterson. She is ranked number 7 now. Then Marina Rodriguez is ranked number 8 now. So I don't know, man. You gotta take one of them top 5 fighters before you get a title shot. That's just what I'm saying. Like, get Jan or call for the Joanna fight. Get that title eliminator. Get it in. And then I'll get you a title shot legit. So get a rematch with Joanna. That would be cool, Damn, Gary said Carla versus Joanna, Andrade, Weili, in that order back to back is what she deserves. Damn. Y'all being way too hard on her, man. Damn, Carla versus Joanna, Andrade, Weili in that order. Dang, y'all are trying to kill her, man. You'll never get through the belt then. Since she went on a 4-fight win streak, I'll be nice to say at least take on the top 5 fighter. At least take on Joanna or take on Jan. Nina Ansaroff, she was still out at the time. She's got to fight now. So either take Jan or Joanna. Take one of those 2 fights, and then after that, she can get her title shot. What's going on, BJ? BJ said chill on Carla, for real. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, that's harsh right there, man. You trying to get her killed. At least let her fight Joanna, then that'd be it. I mean, she has fought Tatiana in her career. She has fought some tough fighters in her career, though. I will say that. But for a title shot, yeah, she does need to take on a top 5 fighter in a title eliminator before you just get a title shot. I will say that because Marina Rodriguez and Michelle Waterson at number 7 and 8, I don't think they were ranked that high whenever Carla fought them. And Verna Jandiroba is number 13 now. I think she was like 15 at the time when Carla fought her. So she's fought the lower tier, but maybe Carla should have got that, try to get lined up in like a title eliminator with somebody in the top 5, and then that would set her up good. But yeah, that really wouldn't work. Like if Carla didn't want the Amanda Ribas fight and she chose to fight Yan Xiaonan, that would make sense because Yan is at number 3. So Yan, say if she skipped the Amanda Ribas fight and took Yan, that would mean something bigger, right? Yeah, Gary. I figured that she was. Yeah, she was unranked at the time because she just came over. That was her debut, I think. BJ, you still in the chat? BJ, who you want to see Manon fight next? Who do you want to see Manon fight next since you just coming in here? BJ said, I hate to overlap. Oh, you want B? Yeah, BJ. Who you thinking, man? We were talking about the flyweight fights earlier. Who you think Manon should be in there with next? Manon. Who you want to see Vivian in there with next? Yeah. We did say Antonina. I did say Antonina. Yeah, I had mentioned that to you earlier. I was like, yeah, Agapova or Antonina. Yeah, the girl throws heat, man. Okay, you're gonna be on top of the hour. I'll be out. I'll be out by then anyway, because I've been on for like, you know how I do sometimes. I'll be on here for I've been on for like an hour and a half, so I'm gonna be out in a minute. I'm gonna come over there, man. Coach said Jessica I. Yeah, it win or lose. Yeah, win or lose. If no, well, Joe's gonna be Jessica I. I know that. So yeah, Jessica I needs. If she loses, which she will, she'll fight Manon Fiorot next. Man, like Manon, she got this. I think she got the formula to beat that too, man. She can fight on the inside and she'll take you down. She'll box you from the outside. She could finish her. She's got head kicks too, man. That'd be crazy. Yeah, coach. I'm gonna probably do a boxing stream tomorrow if you want to come on, man. Like, I'm trying to build boxing back up, man. So I'll be doing a boxing stream tomorrow, coach. So if you want to come on, man, we need a link and just talk about boxing, man. Like, I mean, a lot of it's gonna be fantasy talk, though, right? I mean, it's not gonna be like real fights happening. So I don't know, but I know BJ said he gonna be on like 5 minutes. What do y'all want to talk about right before I get up out of here? Any other fights y'all want to mention real quick? Any questions before I get up out of here in 5 minutes? Cool. Yeah. Cool, coach. Yeah, we could do that tomorrow. You ready? Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. Do like a boxing stream tomorrow. I want to talk about that undisputed thing with Tiafimo and why is he calling himself undisputed when he don't got the WBC belt? You know, we got to talk about that. Yeah, I want to give you my thoughts on and I want to know your thoughts too on the rematch between Wilder and everything. Wilder and Wilder and Fury. Yeah, we can't fight, man. Pena versus Sarah McMahon. We were talking about that earlier. I'm gonna have to do a breakdown for that one. Actually, that's gonna be a fight where I just have to do a breakdown prediction real quick on that. You know, coach, I got JoJo beating Jessica I. She's got the power to stop her, and she will. Man, Rivas versus Rodriguez would be crazy though. Yeah, yeah. We'll talk on that, Coach. But yeah, man. Thanks for everybody coming in the chat again. Everybody that was in here earlier too. Gary and Ernest, Genesis, Stamina, TJ, BJ, Coach, Marcus, Robert, Cedric, Jason. All y'all guys that be coming in. Thanks everybody coming through in the chat. I'm about to get up out of here. I'm gonna go over to No Filter MMA. See what BJ talking about. See what my man BJ talking about. So I'm gonna head over there. He's about to get on in like 3 minutes. He's at the top of the hour. So yeah, I'll be on tomorrow doing a boxing stream too, Coach. Yeah, like I said, I'll probably get on here and talk some boxing with y'all. But if y'all come in, y'all might switch me to WMMA. Y'all might switch me over to the WMMA talk. But yeah, man, good night of fights. It was a good day of fights, I mean. And I'll drop those post-fight analysis for the fights that took place today too, man. But yeah, that's all I got, guys. Make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Peace.